Hi, and thanks for joining me for this practice. Keeping things nice and simple today, so it doesn't matter whether you're a beginner or you just feel like taking things a bit simple, coming back to basics, which is always a very important part of our practice. I hope you enjoy. And as always, remember to use your breath to gauge the intensity of your practice. And if you have any questions, just pop them in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So, just come into a cross-legged position. And take a moment with your eyes closed, just to take a little mental scan through your body. Let go of any obvious tension in the face or the jaw or the shoulders. Take note of if you're feeling sore or tired or injured in any way. Make sure that your practice is nurturing for body, mind and heart. Remember to breathe through your nose both in and out throughout the practice. And when you feel ready, just let the body start to fold forward, walking your hands out in front. Keep the hands a good shoulder width apart. And if it feels comfortable, just gently sway your body a little side to side. Keep the belly soft. And keep moving forward from the head and the collarbones, not just dropping down. So lengthening the front and back of the body. Take one more smooth breath here. And after you breathe out, gently sit all the way back up. Reach your arms up high and stretch to the fingertips. And as you breathe out, interlace your fingers and press up through the palms. Take another breath in, reaching a little higher if you can. And then gently lower your hands down and either just lean back to swap the legs or pick up your hips and swap the legs. And once you've settled into cross-legged on the second side, again just gently start to bring your body forward. Again, a little movement in that forward fold if you'd like, not essential. Maybe give your head a little roll side to side, helping to relax the back of the neck. Take one more calm breath here. And after you exhale, gently sit back up once more. Reach your arms high, stretch to the fingertips as you breathe in. And then with the opposite thumb on top, press up through the palms as you breathe out. And taking another smooth breath in, lift up a little higher through the sides of the body. And then lower your hands gently down. And if you did first side, pick up the hips again. And then bring the feet hip width. Now if you've got dodgy knees, you can just sit back and hug the legs into the body. If you're comfortable, just coming into a simple squat position, maybe bringing the body between the knees. Keep Mula Bandha, the pelvic floor, gently active here. And just take one more breath in your squat. And then bring your knees forward and make your way into child's pose. So you can have the toes tucked under, stretching the soles of the feet. And see if you can find some length under the armpits and around the outer shoulders. Take one more smooth breath here. And after breathing out, make your way up into kneeling plank. So grip your fingertips down, keep the palms flat. Pause with the spine in a fairly neutral position for a couple of breaths. And then if you feel comfortable to do so, pick up your knees just a little bit off your mat. Keep the head moving forward, the tailbone moving back. And take one more breath here. Keep the elbows unlocked, shoulders relaxed. And after you exhale, lift the hips, press the heels back and make your way into downward facing dog. So remember to check that your feet are hip width and level and the hands shoulder width and level.
Give your head a little roll side to side, see if you can relax and soften the back of the neck. And gently bend the left knee. Press down through the right heel as you lift up through the right sit bone. And after your next out breath, swap the legs the other way. So you're trying to find a deeper stretch in the left calf and the back of the leg. And after breathing out once more here, come back to a symmetrical down dog. As you take a last couple of breaths here, see if you can let the armpits and chest move towards the toes, but keep your shoulders moving out to the sides. Take one more breath here. And after you exhale, raise the heels, look forwards. Bring your feet to the front of your mat. Just gently hang forward, holding opposite elbows. Now, if you're tight in the backs of the legs, you might prefer to just rest hands on shins or knees. But otherwise, with the back relatively straight, just hang forward and let the body and the head roll side to side. Take one more breath here. And after breathing out, press your hips forward. Stand all the way up. Reach to the fingers, raising the chin, stretch the throat. And as you exhale, lower the hands gently down in front of the heart and bring your feet together. Take a breath in at the front of the mat, lift up through the crown of the head, and as you breathe out, relax the shoulders and press down through the feet. Then sweeping your arms forwards and up, take a smooth breath in. And fold your body forward, hands to knees, shins or mat, and breathe out. Lift the collarbones, lengthening the front of the body as you breathe in. And taking hands to the mat, make your way back into downward facing dog. From there, move forward into plank. You might prefer to do kneeling plank. And lower smoothly onto your stomach, keeping the chest and hips at the same height. And lift chest and hands, press back through the palms as you breathe in. And either stay there or maybe raise the feet as you breathe out. Taking one more smooth breath in, see if you can arch a little higher. And then lifting hips and chest at the same time, press gently back into downward facing dog. Hold down dog for a breath or two. Again, a little movement here perhaps if it feels good for you. Then raise your heels, look forwards and breathe in. And bring the feet to the front of the mat and gently breathe out. Pressing your hips a little forward, arms forwards and up, breathing. And again, fold forward, hands moving through the center line of the body. Lift the collarbones, pull the shoulders back as you breathe in. And with hands to the mat, step back once more into downward facing dog. From down dog, move forward into plank. And again, maybe from the knees, lower smoothly to the stomach and breathe out. Press back through the hands, creating space around the shoulders as you breathe in. And holding there, or maybe raise the feet as you breathe out. If you'd like, as you inhale, now lift to up dog, keeping the same shape in your spine. And then press back smoothly into downward facing dog and gently breathe out there. And again, take a breath or two in down dog. Try to lengthen your exhalation. And then raising your heels, look forwards and breathe in. And bring the feet to the front of the mat and gently breathe out. Press your hips forward, sweep the arms forward, take a breath in, maybe stretching up and back. And third cycle, fold forward and calmly breathe out. Lift the collarbones, arch the spine as you breathe in. And hands to the mat, make your way back into down dog. From down dog, move forward into your version of plank. And either lower to the stomach or this time lower to a push-up. Either lift chest and hands from the stomach or come straight into up dog. And if you're in up dog, stay there. If you're on the stomach, maybe raise the feet. Last breath in, maybe going a little further. Pull the shoulders gently back. And then press back into down face dog and exhale. Take a breath or two in down dog. Relax the face, the shoulders and the jaw. Then raising the heels, look forwards and breathe in. And bring the feet lightly to the hands and breathe out. Press your hips forward, take the arms forward, reaching up and back, breathe in. And then bring the hands down in front of the heart. And if you're doing stomach work today, we'll take 10 abdominal exhalations. Now bending your knees, come into Utkatasana, reaching the arms high. And sink the hips a little deeper as you breathe out. Press the knees forward, the heels back. Take another smooth breath in. Pull the shoulders back as you inhale. And as you breathe out, twist to the right with left elbow or maybe left hand outside the right knee. Take one more smooth breath in here. Maybe turning a little further as you breathe out. Then come back to the center just with hands to the heart as you inhale. And then turn to the left as you breathe out. Try and keep the knees level and together. And as you exhale, press the left hand down, deepening your twist. Keep the head centered. Then come back to the center, hands to the heart, breathing. And fold the body forward and exhale. Lift the collarbones, arch the spine as you breathe in. And hands to the mat. Walk, step or float back into down face dog. From down dog, keep the hips level but raise the right leg. And holding there, press back through left calf and heel. Take one more smooth breath in, lengthening from hands to right foot. And then step your right foot forward into a long lunge and breathe out. Bring the body upright, stretch high to the hands as you breathe in. Then spin the back heel down and come into Pavottan, right elbow to the knee and left arm over the head. Try to press down through the sole of your left foot and reach up and out into your left hand. Take one more smooth breath here. Perhaps going a little bit further as you breathe out. Then take your hands down, spin the back foot to face forward and gently lower onto your back knee. Bring the body upright. Stretch to the fingers as you breathe in. And then take a simple twist to the right, left hand outside right knee, right hand to the lower back. As you breathe in, lift up through the crown. And as you exhale, just see if you can gently deepen your twist. Try to keep the spine relatively straight. And turn a little further as you exhale once more here. Then unravel from your twist. Once more, reach up into the fingers. And then holding your left wrist, take the hands over to the right. Take another breath in here and either stay there or now perhaps raise the left knee, which is a little trickier than it looks. Taking one more breath in here. See if you can lengthen from the left foot all the way to the left hand. As you breathe in, reach the arms up high, stretch to the fingers. And then take hands down and step back into downward facing dog. And just center yourself again in down dog for a couple of breaths. Make sure there's no tension in the neck, shoulders or face. Gently breathe out once more here. And as you breathe in, reach the left leg up and back, but keep the hips level. Press the right calf and heel back as you breathe out. Taking one more breath in, stretch from the hands to the left foot and step the left foot forward into a long lunge. Bring your body upright, stretch to the fingertips. And as you breathe out, bring the left elbow down, right arm over the head, Pavottan on side 2. Keep space around the neck and try to gently pull your front ribs in. Press down through the right foot as you reach up and forward through the right hand. Just take one more smooth breath here, always breathing calmly through the nose. And then gently release the hands, release or spin the back foot and lower onto your right knee. Bring your body upright. Reach high to the fingertips.
And then turning to the left, take your right hand outside the left knee and left hand just to the back of the left hip. Again, as you turn, try to keep the spine straight, and a sense of the head lifting up. Each time you breathe out, just see if you can soften into the posture a little further. Taking one more breath here. Last chance just to gently revolve the spine. And after breathing out, come back to the center, reach the arms up high, and holding your right wrist, take the hands over to the left. Try to press out through your right palm, pull the elbows back a little bit further, and either stay there or see if you can raise the right knee. There should be a little stretch in the front of the right hip and maybe the right side of the waist. See if you can sink a little bit deeper, maybe gently pulling the front ribs and elbow back. Reach the arms high as you breathe in, stretching up to the fingers, and hands to the mat, step back into downward facing dog. Settle there and rest or move forward into plank. And from there lower to the stomach or the push-up and breathe out. Either just lift chest and hands or maybe feet or lift to up dog as you breathe in. And then move smoothly back into down face dog and exhale there. Everyone taking one or two more breaths in down dog. Soften the face, the jaw and the shoulders. Now raising your heels, look forwards and inhale, and walk, step or float feet to hands. And gently breathe out. Stand all the way up. Reach the arms high as you inhale. And bring the hands down onto the hips and breathe out. And with your hips facing forward, step your left foot back to Ardha Pavottanasana, so hips facing forward. Pull the shoulders back, lift the collarbones, and fold forward till you just start to feel a stretch in the back of the right leg. Keep the front knee straight but unlocked, and press into your left heel and press down through the sole of the right foot. Either stay there or now interlace the hands and pull the shoulder blades a little closer to each other. And try to keep an arch in your spine so you're strengthening the back muscles. Take one more smooth breath in here. And after breathing out, bring your right hand to the back of your hips. Take your left hand to your shin, or maybe down onto the right foot. Keeping the hips fairly level, start to twist to your right. And then if you'd like, you can release the right arm up into Parivrita Trikonasana. Try to keep the head centered in line with the hips. So there's not a side bend here, just a bit of a twist. And as you take one more breath, see if you can turn a little further. And after breathing out, bring the right hand down, and to your comfortable capacity, let the body fold over the right leg. So you can keep the hands just resting gently on the right foot. And squeeze the elbows gently in so the shoulders are soft. Take one more calm breath here. Perhaps the body going a little further over the right leg. And after you exhale, bring your hands to the heart, arch the spine, and stand by pressing through the right foot. Reach the arms up and back. Press into the left foot, reach up to the fingers. And then step the left foot forward and the hands back onto the hips. Now step your right foot back. Turn the body to face forward once more. And pulling the elbows and shoulders back, create some length and width in the front of the body. Hinge from the hips, keeping them level and facing forward. And stop when you start to feel the left leg stretching. Again, make sure the left knee stays unlocked but straight. And either stay hands on hips, just squeezing the elbows back, or opposite interlace. Take the hands away from the hips and pull the shoulder blades towards each other. Keep a sense of the head moving forward, but stay looking down so you're not squashing the neck. And just take one more smooth breath here.
See if you can get a little bit more comfortable as you breathe out. Then take left hand onto the hips, check that they're still level, and take right hand to left shin, or maybe if it's easy, down to the left foot. Then start to turn to your left, again keeping the spine quite straight, and if you would like to, you can release the left arm and stretch it high. So try not to side bend, just a twist. Keep reaching up to the left hand to help turn the shoulders. Take one more breath here, perhaps deepening the twist as you breathe out. And then bring the left hand down and let the body fold over the left leg, ideally keeping the hips fairly level. Again, gently squeeze the elbows in towards each other, helping to relax the shoulders and the back of the neck. And try to feel like you're lengthening along the leg, not just taking your face down towards the knee. Take one more calm breath here. Let the body get more comfortable there as you breathe out. Then bring the hands to the heart. Arch the spine and press through the left foot to stand, reaching up to the fingers. And then step the right foot forward and hands in front of the heart. Just close your eyes for a couple of breaths. Check in with how the body's feeling, how the breath is moving. After your next exhalation, just gently open your eyes and stepping your left foot back, sink down, turn the feet out and sink down into the Gajasthana position. So ideally knees and hips at about the same height, shins vertical. Take your hands over the knees as you breathe in. And then rolling the shoulders, stretch across the upper back, pulling the front ribs in as you breathe out. Then reach the arms high, pull them wide, lift the collarbones and the face as you breathe in. And then bring the chin in, roll the shoulders and gently exhale. And once more like that. Take a breath in. Roll the shoulders, sink the hips as you breathe out. Raise the arms, lift the face. Take a breath in. Hips stay low and roll the shoulders and once more gently breathe out. Loop the hands over the knees, take a breath in here. And after breathing out, bring your fingers down and spin the heels wide. Take one smooth breath in here and either stay where you are or if it's very comfortable, start to walk the hands back in line with the feet and gently rest the head on the mat. Keep the legs strong, the kneecaps pulled up and the weight even on your feet, front, back, inner and outer. Take one more smooth breath here. And after breathing out, bring the hands back under the shoulders, lift the collarbones, arching the spine. Bring the chin into the throat, pull the front ribs up and breathe out. Then gently float your feet together and stand all the way up. Lengthen up to the fingers, stretching up and back if that feels okay. And bring the hands back down in front of the heart. And then taking Garudasana, standing on the right leg, take left leg over right. And hook the toes if you can. And opening the arms wide, bring right arm over left. Try to move the hands and elbows away from the body. Just taking one more breath here. And after you exhale, unravel and take the left foot heel to buttock. Try to pull the shoulders gently back. Taking one more smooth breath here. Try to squeeze the left knee gently in rather than taking it out to the side. And after you exhale, release the left foot and come into Vriksasana. So foot to the mat, to the calf or to the thigh. Reach the arms up high, lengthen into the fingers as you breathe in. And then bring the hands down in front of the heart. Take one more breath. Drop the shoulders but lift the collarbones.
And then lower the hands, lower the left foot, and we'll take the same on side too. So again, grip the left toes down, take right leg over left. If you can't hook the feet, just do your best approximation. And open your arms wide and take left arm over right. See if you can turn the thumbs to point up and maybe drop the hips a little lower. Take one more smooth breath here. And after you exhale, unravel the arms, unravel the legs, and see if you can bring right heel to buttock. Try to hold the foot with both hands. Pull the right knee back, the shoulders back. And take one more breath here. And after you exhale, release the foot and come into Asana side 2. So turning the thigh out, toe to the mat, foot to calf or foot to inner thigh. Once you have the legs in position, reach the arms up high, stretching into the fingers. And then bring hands to the heart and breathe out. One more breath in, try and lift the crown of the head, pull the right knee back. And then lower the hands and lower the right foot. And stepping back to the front of your mat, bring the backs of the hands together and reach the arms high. And fold your body forward and gently exhale. Lift the collarbones, take a breath in. And with hands to the mat, step back into downward facing dog. Stay and rest there if you'd like, otherwise move forward to plank. And from there, smoothly lower the body down and breathe out. Take your version of up dog, whatever that may be. And press back into downward facing dog and exhale. Take a breath in down dog. Relax the shoulders, relax the face. And as long as you're doing stomach work, move forward into plank. You can take kneeling plank if you need an easier option today. And then roll your heels to the right, but shift the weight into your left hand. You should feel the right side of your waist working here. The weight should be even in both palms. After breathing out once more, come back to the center and breathe in. And as you exhale, drop your heels to the left, but shift the weight into the right hand. And again, just hold there for another breath or two. Try to keep a straight line from the head to the heels. After your next out breath, gently come back to the center and then press back into downward facing dog. Take a breath in down dog, and then simultaneously lower your elbows to your mat. Take another breath in there, and as you breathe out, simultaneously straighten the arms. Take another breath in down dog. Relax the head, relax the jaw and the face. And then gently lower to your knees and stretch out in child's pose for a few breaths. And again, relax the shoulders, relax the neck, slow your breathing down. And after exhaling once more, gently bring your body back upright. And roll over your feet, so tucking the toes, roll over the feet. Sink back into a squat for a couple of breaths. It should be a little easier than it was perhaps at the start of the practice. You can have the feet separated if you need, but try to keep them roughly parallel, sort of in line with the thighs so you're not twisting the knees. Take one more breath here. And then gently sit all the way back. Stretch your legs out in front, give your knees a little shake. And then with your left leg stretched out, bend your right leg out to the side, coming into Janu Sirsasana. Remember, if you've got sensitive knees, you can either put your foot around the left knee, or you can take the legs straight out to the side. Once the legs are in position, reach the arms high, stretch to your fingers, and start to gently fold your body forward over the left leg. You might like to stop and just rock the hips, freeing up the sit bones, and then perhaps go a little bit further. Keep the face soft,
Let the body soften into the posture. Remember that we're trying to find the balance between effort and ease. So use the effort you need to maintain the posture, but then just let the body relax into it. Keep the shoulders soft as you take a last couple of breaths here. After you exhale once more, gently sit back up, stretch to the fingertips and inhale. And then gently lower your hands down. And taking your right knee back a little bit, turn your body out to the side. Take your left hand down inside the left calf. Take your right arm up and over past your head. And either stay there or start to drop the left elbow down towards the mat. So we're trying to keep the body in line with the left leg here. And just find a little side stretch. Try to keep your right elbow gently moving back and your front ribs moving in. Last breath here. After you exhale, gently sit back up, stretch up through the fingertips. And then lowering your hands down, pick up your right foot and take it to the outside of your left knee. And if your hips are tight, stay there, but if you can, bend the left knee and come into Ardha Matsyendrasana. Simple option, wrap your left arm around the front of the shin and turn to the right. If it's easy, take your arm up and over and either left hand to left foot, left knee or in a right foot. So the challenge here is to keep both sit bones down and to try to keep the breath moving in the belly. Do your best to keep the spine upright. Take one more breath here. Gently turning further as you breathe out. Then turn your head to look forward, unravel the rest of the body, and then stretch your legs out in front. Then take your hands back behind you and we'll start with a bent-legged Pavottanasana. So with the shoulders pulled back, bend the knees, bring the feet hip width, lift the collarbones and then lift the hips and see if you can make a straight line from the knees to the shoulders. Keep the elbows unlocked. And try to lift the collarbones. If it feels okay, you can look straight up. Otherwise, stay looking past your knees. Take one more breath here. If you're doing it right, you'll get a really nice stretch in the front of the shoulders. And after you exhale, just gently lower the body back down. Then stretch your right leg out in front, repeating on the second side. Take your left leg into Janu Sirsasana. So again, leg out to the side or foot to the knee is fine if necessary. Remember to listen to your body and reach the arms up high. And let the body start to gently move forward over the right leg. And again, it's nice just to perhaps stop, rock side to side to free up the sit bones. And keep the sense of your head and collarbones moving forward, not just down. Remember to keep space around the ears, the shoulders moving down and back. And again, try to soften into the posture, moving by letting go of resistance rather than adding effort. Take one more calm breath here. And after you breathe out, sit back up, reach the arms up and lengthen into the fingers. And then once more take your hands down, take the left leg back a little bit further.
Then bring your right hand down inside the right calf. Reach your left arm up past your head. And again, trying to keep the body in line with the right leg. Bring the right elbow towards the mat and the left hand over towards the right foot. Remember, in seated postures, to try and keep your eyes closed whenever you can, helping to maintain an inner focus. Lift up through the left side ribs. Just take a last breath or two here. After breathing out once more, again sit back up, reach the arms up high. And then bring your arms gently down as you breathe out, pick up your left foot and take it to the outer right knee. And again, staying with the right leg straight is a good option if your outer hips are a little tight, otherwise bend the right leg as well. And start to twist to your left from wherever you are. So again, either right arm around the front of the knee or up and over. And if you're up and over, right hand maybe to the right ankle, to the right knee, or the inner left foot. Try to keep your head over the hips as much as possible. So we're not side bending, we're not leaning back, we're just twisting. Use the left hand to help keep that length in the spine. Just a last smooth breath or two here. Trying to lengthen your breath the whole time. And after breathing out, turn your head to the right, then unravel the rest of the body and stretch your legs out in front. Again, you might like to give the knees a little shake and then either repeat bent-legged Pavottanasana if you would like to do so. It's a simpler option. Otherwise, with straight legs, taking the full variation. So shoulders pull back, collarbones lift up, and then lift the hips. Keep the elbows unlocked, and again, either stay looking forward or look straight up. Find that stretch in the shoulders. It's also a wonderful posture for strengthening the back muscles. Last calm breath here. Try to lift the hips and the collarbones a little higher. And then gently lower all the way down. And bend your knees with your feet to the mat. Wrap your arms around your shins. Squeeze the body to the legs and the legs to the body. And then lean back and find your balance point. And close your eyes in Brahmandasana. Search for the point of perfect balance. Take one more breath here. And then gently opening your eyes. And just for fun, if you want to, cross the ankles and taking the hands down, see if you can pick up the hips. And then gently lower down, swap the legs the other way, and again see if you can pick up the hips, keeping the feet up as well. And then gently lower down and take your feet out wide. So just going to your comfortable maximum. And either keep the hands behind you if you're starting to feel your back round out, or if you're comfortable there, you can bring the hands to the heart. Try to have the body fairly upright. Taking one more breath here. And then gently pick up the knees. Bring them into the body. Rock back once more. And then gently close your eyes. Take a breath or two there. And when you're ready, come to lying down on your back. Take the feet wide, knees together, and just rest for a moment. Keep your breath smooth. Taking a last breath or two here. Keeping the body soft and calm and relaxed. And take your arms over your head and we'll just take a moving first bridge. So reach out through the fingers, keep the feet hip width and parallel, lift the hips as you breathe in, and then gently lower them down as you breathe out. And again, lift the hips as you breathe in, and gently lower down as you exhale. And just take a few more like that at your own pace, moving in time with your breath. See if you can go a little further each time. And after your next lower down, just rest for a moment, bring your hands down by your sides. And when you're ready, press into the feet, lift the hips and interlacing your fingers behind you, come into second bridge and see if you can maybe wriggle the shoulder blades a little closer to each other. Maybe swap the hands to the opposite interlace. Just take one more breath here. And then releasing your hands, lower your body all the way down to the mat. And again, rest for a couple of breaths, maybe bringing the knees together, maybe hands on the belly, or whatever feels good for you. And when you're ready, lift once more into second bridge. You can come back to first bridge if you'd like. If you know it's comfortable, you can maybe take third bridge with the heels of the hands under the sacrum. Try to keep the hips, knees and feet all in line with each other. Try to find a gentle stretch for the back of the neck. And those who'd like, just for a couple of breaths, taking Asana, the upturned bow or back arch. Wherever you are, take one more breath. And lower all the way down to resting on your back. Once you're comfortably settled there, stretch your left leg out along the mat and bring the right knee gently in towards the chest. You can either stay lying down, particularly if you're not doing stomach work, but otherwise lift the head and shoulders and come into a half sit-up position. Either stay there or keep hold of the shin but bring the right foot forward into the mat, sitting up a little higher. And either stay there or without dropping down, release the arms. Take one more breath. Keep the chin to the throat. And then gently lie back down. Stretch the right leg out and hug the left leg into the body. And again, it's fine just to stay there. But again, if you'd like, you can lift the head and shoulders, keeping chin to throat, a little half sit up. Make sure the right calf stays down. And you can either choose to stay there, or you can bring the left foot forward until it reaches the mat. And you can either stay hands around the shins, or you can release the arms without dropping. Take one more breath wherever you are.
And then gently lie back down and stretch the left leg out along the mat. And give your hips a little rock from side to side. And bring both knees into the chest. Bring the hands loosely around the shins. And rock side to side like you're rocking across the kidneys. Either stay there, or if it's easy for you, take hold of the feet, and you can either take Ananda Balasana, happy baby posture, or if it's comfortable, Urdhva Mukha Paschimottanasana, upward facing forward bend. Try to keep the back relatively straight and flat for those two options. Close your eyes and slow the breath down. And after your next out breath, again just bend the knees and stretch out along the mat, reaching into fingers and toes. And then you can either choose to come into Shavasana. We're going to take some pranayama for a few minutes. Or if you prefer to sit for pranayama, just gently roll to your side and find a comfortable seated position that works for you. So the important thing here is not the position that we're in, but that we're comfortable. So just make sure whatever you choose to do, that the body is very, very relaxed. And closing your eyes, gently bringing the tip of the tongue to the roof of your mouth, and take your inner focus into Ajna Chakra, the eyebrow center. And take Ujjayi Pranayama with a few little variations. The balance of in and out breath. So begin by taking a breath in preparation, filling the lungs, and then gently breathe out all the way. Try to squeeze all the breath from the lungs and relax the face and the jaw. And with an 8-second rhythm, smoothly breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in and count to yourself now. So remember that 8-second rhythm is just a good starting point for most people. But if it feels uncomfortable in any way, just take a shorter rhythm, maybe 5 or 6 or 7. If you know you have a longer breath cycle, or if it feels very, very comfortable, maybe try extending to 9 or 10 or as appropriate for you. But remember always the quality of your breath, keeping it smooth and even, is much more important than the quantity of your breath. So find a rhythm that's comfortable for you and focus on maintaining an even sound, even intensity to the breath from the beginning through the middle to the very, very end. Keep a very gentle chin lock the whole time so the back of the neck is long. And the chin and the collarbones are gently moving towards each other.
And from the next round, if you'd like to do so, see if you can intensify Mula Bandha, the engagement of the pelvic floor, on the inhalation, and release it for the exhalation. So we're keeping that half chin lock, half Jalandhara Bandha the whole time, and perhaps adding Mula Bandha on the inhalation. Try to maintain that smooth, even intensity, a balance of in and out breath. And whenever your mind starts to drift off, just gently bring it back to your breathing without any sense of frustration, but just with an acknowledgement of what it was that distracted you, that took you away from your singular inner focus. And from the next cycle, if you're working with Mula Bandha, see if you can keep it relaxed for the inhalation and instead activate it for the exhalation. Feel each inhalation revitalizing and re-energizing. Each exhalation helping to soften, to release and to let go of what you don't need. The wandering mind coming back to the breath again and again and again. And if you're working with Mula Bandha, from the next cycle, perhaps see if you can hold the root lock the whole time, both inhalation and exhalation. If that feels too strong, maybe just releasing Mula Bandha completely. Maintaining your Ujjayi Pranayama just for another minute or so. So without rushing, just finish the cycle you're on. And once you've completed the exhalation, see if you can stay observing your breath, but let go of any sense of control. Allow the breath to find its own rhythm, perhaps becoming a little softer and quieter of its own accord. And just let the mind, your attention, gently ride the rise and fall of the breath without any need to comment or get involved in any way. Wherever you are, just let body, breath and mind gradually return to effortless stillness. Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvata Sharike Sharanye Triambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. Om. Feel free to stay as you are as long as you'd like. When you do decide it's time to move, just start by gently deepening the movement of breath within the body. And after a few deeper breaths, start to slowly bring movement back to the outer body, beginning with fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. When you're ready, stretch the arms over your head, lengthening through the sides of the body. And if you're seated, maybe just taking a little forward fold. If you're lying down, just gently roll onto your side. Make your way back to sitting when you're ready, and sitting with eyes closed. Give your body a few moments to get used to being upright. And be aware of how you are after your practice in body, mind and heart. Remembering that yoga is an inner practice with an outer appearance. And see if you can maintain the connection to stillness within as you go about the outward activities of your day or evening. Thank you very much for allowing me to share this practice with you. I'll see you again soon. Namaste.